What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode. Today we are reviewing Fast 8, or should I say Fate of the Furious, or should I say The Return of the Family. They're always talking about family in this movie. So let's get right to the review. First of all, for starters, out of the 7 movies prior to this one, I probably like 3 or 4 of them. There was like 3 or 4 of the movies that I didn't like. So going into this one, I wasn't sure how much I was gonna like this one because the series has changed so much from the beginning. When the series first started, it was about drag racing and street racing, and it was kind of like grounded in California and it felt kind of like realistic. And now it's kind of turned into something totally different. It almost looks like something out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where there's all kinds of, is a lot more than just street racing. There's cyber terrorists, there's like secret agents, there's secret organizations, and now the team has access to all this amazing gear and cars and all this other stuff that really wasn't even possible or didn't even fit into the world of the first movies. So going into this one, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm liking where this whole series and where all these characters are going. But I went into this one with an open mind, thinking, let's see what happens. Let's see if I like this one. Let's see what the director, Gary Gray, does with this film, because I really like his other stuff. I mean, he directed Straight Outta Compton, which was like one of my favorite movies of last year that I watched. I thought it was amazing, well directed, it felt gritty. So I was like, let me see what this director does with this film, Fate of the Furious. And let me tell you, there were so many things I liked about this movie that I was totally surprised. First of all, it starts off in Havana, Cuba, with a street racing scene that is amazing. One of the best street racing scenes in the Fast and the Furious franchise, and just the scenery, the shots of Cuba, racing in Havana, it was adrenaline rushing, and the choreography of the racing scenes were amazing. So just the beginning of that movie just kind of grabbed me, and it kind of reminded me of the earlier movies of Fast and the Furious. So the way they started this movie just kind of hooked me from the beginning. Now let's talk about the rest of the things that I liked about this movie a lot. I feel like the writing was the most solid in this movie than any other Fast and Furious movie, because there's a good balance of humor, story, and I feel like each character really has their time to shine. After that beginning scene in Havana, The Rock kind of pretty much picks up the rest of the movie, and he becomes kind of almost like the central leader and figure in this film, because the rest of the movie you're trying to figure out what's going on with Vin Diesel's character Dom. And let me tell you, The Rock, with his sense of humor, his charisma, is so good in this role, and they really develop the character Hobbs a little bit more. You find out more about this character. You find out that he has a daughter, that he's really passionate about his daughter's soccer team, and it's just really interesting to see this really tough guy getting so involved in the life of his daughter and learning more about this character. Overall, I feel like in this film, even though there's a lot of action scenes, you really get to know the characters more. So everybody in this movie gets their time to shine. Jason Statham also, you learn more about his character in this movie. You meet the rest of his family. You meet his mom, which is hilarious, the interaction between him and his mom. And he also has some amazing fight scenes. First of all, the fight scene with him and The Rock trying to break out of prison, that alone was worth the price of admission. And I could honestly see those two guys having their own spin-off movie, because the way they interact with each other is so hilarious. You can just tell they hate each other's guts, and they're having fun hating each other's guts and throwing each other one-liners and little jabs here and there. So I could just watch those guys in their own spin-off movie, and I could totally see that happening. And also, Tyrese is hilarious in this movie. I know he's been funny in the other movies, but I think he was the funniest in this movie. So like I said, you watch these movies for the action and the car racing, but what I realize I go back to see these movies is because of the interaction between these characters and the way they're expanding the characters, and they're expanding the story of these characters. You get to know a little bit more about them, and it just makes it really entertaining, and it makes me want to look forward to the next movies that are coming out. I think they're coming out with 2 more films. So I usually rate movies at 5 stars, but I really don't know what to rate this film, because some parts are so over the top and a little bit unrealistic, but at the same time I had so much fun watching it because of the character interaction. The dialogue was witty, there was some really good twists, there was some really good character development. So I really overall really enjoyed the movie. So for this movie, I gotta say, you get your money's worth. So check it out. I recommend it. Fate of the Furious. Like I said, I haven't been a fan of all the Fast and the Furious movies, but so far this one has to be my favorite one. And the director, Gary Gray, did a great job, and I hope he directs the rest of the Fast and Furious movies from here on out. I really don't see anybody else doing a better job than Gary Gray with this film or with this franchise, because everything was on point. The fight scenes, the race scenes, the action, everything was top-notch quality summer blockbuster movie. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. Well guys, if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like this and you like the other videos on my channel, please press the subscribe button and that like button. It really helps out. It really goes a long way. Thanks for watching, guys. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to all the people new to this channel. Really appreciate you guys. And please subscribe to the channel. Por favor, aprieten ese botón de subscribe. Aprieten ese botón de like. That's for my Spanish peoples out there, my Latinos. Peace out to everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.